Right, you're live and recording.
All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Joe Better. I'm the chair of the City of Albany IDA Audit Committee. And today we want to just do a quick note that all committee members are present for the audit committee meeting. And I'd like to, first order of business is if we could have as the meeting minutes from our March 12, 2020 year, I think it's 25 meeting were have already been published and available for public on the website for public viewing. Can I get a motion to waive reading of the minutes and accept as is? The move. Second, all in favor? Aye. All right. So next up for new business, we have the Bonadio Group for the 2025 audit engagement letter. And we have a representative from the Bonadio Group here.
Can we just pick it up, or are we going to the engagement letter first?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we can do the engagement letter first. Yeah, unless you want to do the presentation first.
Whichever one you'd like me to do.
Let's do the presentation first.
All right, to get right into it, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kylie Fitzik. I am a certified public accountant and certified fraud examiner with the Bonadio Group and the principal on the audit engagements. Here to go over just an overview of our audit plan, the scope of our services for the year-end audit of December 31st, 2025. You should all have a PowerPoint in front of you, which I'll walk through. Starting with the first slide, that just shows the overview of the audit team. There are additional staff assigned to it, but these are in terms of the upper level people. So Alan Walther is the engagement partner. Tim Doyle is the advisory partner. I am the principal on the audit engagements. Joseph is another principal with our firm in our government sector. And then Heidi Bresler is the quality assurance partner. So all reports go through our quality control division to ensure that if there's independent review and another set of eyes looking at every report of ours. Next slide to go through, before we get into the process, just a little bit about our experience. Bonadio Group does many of the IDA, LDC, CRC, and CDA audits across New York State. And as always, we will meet the March 31st reporting deadline. Next, to get into our process. So first up is the planning phase. So we will be posting all of our requested documents that we're going to need onto our client portal called My Portal. And a schedule will be put up there on when everything is owed to us. We will be interviewing key staff within the entity, and then be also testing internal controls over the key audit areas. We'll hold fraud and related party interviews. We will analyze the IT environments. We will do a review of the board minutes, contracts, any internal financial reports, and any other regulatory reports that there are. We do customize our audit approach for your unique environment. So we have a risk assessment and it's tailored to each of the entities that we audit. So no one audit will be alike in a sense. Each year could bring something different depending on once we get through the planning phase and go through the internal controls and assess the risk. Next slide after the planning phase is the field work phase. Again, all of our audit requests will be posted to our client portal. That worked very well last year, that everything can be just posted, a drag and drop type thing on there. We certainly can come on site too to view anything, any hard copies of anything, but nowadays a lot of things are electronic, so it makes it that much easier just to drop it there onto the portal. And again, next bullet point, we can perform on site or remote. We're 15 minutes away from here, so anything that's too much to scan to the portal, we certainly can come here and visit everyone. And as I mentioned on the previous slide, we do focus our audit procedures based on the risk assessment. So the risk assessments, once we build that, all of our audit requests that come about for the field work phase centers around the risk assessment. So we determine what are the material audit areas to test, what are the material transactions to test, what are the more riskier areas, or what are the not as riskier areas. And then lastly is, next slide, the reporting phase. The financial statements are all linked up to our trial balances that we audit. So any adjustment entries that are reported flow automatically through to the financial statements. Just like last year, we will provide an editable MD&A, which is the management's discussion and analysis, which management here is responsible for reading through and completing and providing us their commentary. And as always, there's no surprises. So any management comments or audit findings that do come up within the audit, if any, will be fully discussed in advance with management, with the audit committee and the board. And as mentioned before, we will meet the deadline. As always, the reports will be delivered on time and enabling a review of the draft by the audit committee, and then ultimately final presentation to the board. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Kylie, does anyone have any questions? Any members, staff? Nope. All right. So as we're there, we have the 2005 audit engagement letter in our packet, page 5 through 15. And then staff, is there anything you want to add to that, or?
No, I mean, I think this is typical and customary, no changes year over year. They're prepared and staffed for the engagement. Look forward to working with both Kylie and Alan throughout the process. Right.
Call your attention to page 10 for the fee proposal for this year's audit services, which we've reviewed and is in alignment with.
Right, so there's a 4% annual increase year over year, which is typical and customary, and in line with prior year increases. But the scope is substantially similar, if not completely duplicative year over year.
All right, does anyone have any questions or? No? I think we make a recommendation for this to go to the full board, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, excellent. So could I get a motion for a positive recommendation for the audit engagement letter to the board? Second, all in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. So next up on the agenda is we have to review the adequacy of the audit committee charter.
Sure. So calling attention to page, let me find it. Just had it too. If anybody finds it. Page 16, our audit committee charter. So you've been provided this in your packet when we distributed materials. Please note for the record that this is best practice to review the committee charter annually. Staff has reviewed it, has not recommended any changes at this time. Council has reviewed, isn't recommending any changes. So open to committee discussion on any edits or just review and note that you've done your review and it's adequate.
Any questions, comments, or I think we're adequate. Yeah. Do I need to do a motion, or is it just or do we can we just move forward? We can just move forward, just review it. We review. Okay.
You have reviewed, not proposing any changes, works as planned.
All right. And then the final item on the agenda is the audit committee 2025 performance.
Yes, once again, this is best practice to do this self-evaluation of the committee annually. So you have that in your packet. It's been distributed. And that just reviews how we are performing, in terms of meetings and in compliance with the charter. So that we are functioning as according to the charter and that there's a summary of activities and compliance activities performed. So please note your review.
Comments, questions as part of our review? Nope. All right, well, we reviewed and we you're in compliance. And if that, unless there's any, and there is no, as there's no other business. At this point, can I get a motion to adjourn? So second,
Second.
all in favor?
All right.
All right, meeting adjourned.